Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I am going to walk you through Amazon Bedrock. And you know why this matters? Because most engineers treat AI models like magic, hard coding their logic and failing to handle the complexities of production scaling. This one concept, the managed model abstraction, is the difference between a prototype that works on your laptop and a system that actually serves millions of requests without burning your infrastructure budget. Let us break down how to move from local experimentation to enterprise-grade AI deployment using the AWS Managed Services ecosystem. Specifically, we will look at how Bedrock handles the underlying compute, the exact requirements you need for your IAM roles, how to code your first inference call, and finally, how to secure those calls with guardrails. These are the topics we are going to cover in this video. So do not skip ahead, watch all the way through to actually understand this properly. Quick note before we dive in, this channel shares practical IT tutorials every week. So if that is useful to you, hit subscribe and join our WhatsApp community linked in the description for more resources. So what is the real problem here? If you are building AI applications, you have likely hit a wall. You have a model running on a GPU instance, but then traffic spikes. Suddenly, your inference latency hits 10 seconds. Then you realize you have to patch the underlying CUDA drivers, update your model weights, and fix your load balancer. It is a nightmare. This is exactly why teams are moving to managed model services. Now, what is Amazon Bedrock really? Think of it like a shipping terminal for AI models. You have Anthropic, Meta, and Amazon's own Titan models all sitting behind one standard API. You do not manage the underlying servers. You do not worry about GPU utilization. You just make a request and get a response. If you want the deep dive on ML fundamentals, we already have a full course on this channel, so check the link in the description. Before we write a single line of code, you need a few things set up. First, you need an active AWS account with appropriate IAM permissions. Do not use the root user for this. Second, ensure you have a recent version of Python installed. Third, your AWS CLI must be configured with valid credentials. And finally, and this is the step everyone forgets, you must manually go into the Bedrock console and explicitly request access to the specific models you want to use. If you skip that last step, your code will fail with a permission error every time. Specifically, that includes AWS account with IAM full access or Bedrock specific permissions and AWS CLI installed and configured with auth configure. How does Bedrock work internally? It is essentially an abstraction layer. Your application sends an API call. Bedrock handles the heavy lifting authentication via AWS IAM, request validation, and routing to the actual GPU cluster where the model lives. The model computes the token generation and the output is streamed back. The key is that you never see the server. You only see the API response. To get started, we install the standard AWS SDK for Python, known as Boto 3. On line 1, we use pip to grab the SDK and the CLI tools. Then, on line 3, we run a quick one-liner to import the library and print the version. That is exactly the output you want to see. This confirms the library is installed and the Python interpreter can see it. If you get a module not found error, you are likely using the wrong virtual environment. This is the core concept. On line 4, we initialize the Bedrock runtime client. This is the specific client for running inferences. Lines 6 through 10 define our payload. This format changes depending on the model, so always check the documentation. Then, on lines 12 through 15, we call the invoke model method with the model ID and our serialized body. The output returns a JSON object. You see the content, the token usage, and the model ID. This is what a successful response looks like. If you do not see this, you likely have a typo in your model ID or your IAM permissions are missing. This is what a senior engineer would write. We wrap the call in a function with error handling. We use the client error exception to catch specific AWS API failures. We also use a logger, which is vital for debugging production environments. In production, you do not want raw output cluttering your logs. You want structured, predictable log messages that tell you exactly what happened. This allows you to track latency and error rates effectively. Now, let us talk about the common mistakes. The first is forgetting to enable model access in the console. You will see an access denied error. The second is using a model ID that does not exist in your current region. Remember, not every model is available in every region. And the third is hitting your service quotas. If you are building a high traffic app, you must request a quota increase before you hit production, or your users will get throttled. This is the error you will see if you skip the model access step in the console. It is not an IAM policy issue. It is an account level entitlement issue. The fix is to go to the Bedrock console and explicitly click Edit to enable access. Think about this. An online learning platform with 2 million students. During exam season, the content tagging system was buckling under the load of thousands of simultaneous requests. By moving to Bedrock, they offloaded the scaling problem to AWS. They did not have to provision a single extra server. The system just worked. So, when should you use this? Use Bedrock when you need security and compliance out of the box. Use it when you do not have a dedicated ML engineering team to manage GPU clusters. But do not use it if you need absolute control over the model weights or if you are running a tiny project where the per token costs are higher than just renting a single GPU instance. Choose wisely. To be precise, that covers use Bedrock when your team lacks dedicated mlops engineers. Do not use Bedrock if you require custom model fine-tuning that needs direct weight access. And do not use Bedrock for small side projects where the API costs might exceed a single cheap GPU instance. To recap, Bedrock is your gateway to enterprise AI. Always check your model access permissions first, because that is the most common point of failure. Keep your code production ready with proper logging and exception handling. Keep an eye on your service quotas, and finally, look into guardrails to ensure your AI output remains safe and on-brand. If you do these things, you will be ahead of 90% of the teams struggling with AI today. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Join our WhatsApp community linked in the description for more practical IT resources every week. Thanks for watching. This channel is dedicated to providing knowledgeable content for IT professionals building their skills in Linux, cloud, DevOps, Python, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Subscribe to stay updated, and I will see you in the next one.